making a ruckus, taking what feels like a risk. Not just, I'm starting to think about it, or we're going to meet on this, or even, I filed a patent application. No, starting. Going beyond the point of no return. Leaping, committing, making something happen. The seventh imperative. The first imperative is to be aware of the market, of opportunities, of who you are. The second imperative is to be educated, so you can understand what's around you. The third imperative is to be connected, so you can be trusted as you engage. The fourth imperative is to be consistent, so the system knows what to expect. The fifth imperative is to build an asset, so you have something to sell. The sixth imperative is to be productive, so you can be well priced. But you can do all of these things and still fail. A job is not enough. A factory is not enough. A trade is not enough. It used to be, but no longer. The world is changing too fast. Without the spark of initiative, you have no choice but to simply react to the world. Without the ability to instigate and experiment, you are stuck, adrift, waiting to be shoved. I can find 1,000 books and 1,000,000 memos about the first 6 imperatives. They were drilled into you during countless moments in school, and plenty of graduate schools and bosses are delighted to help you with them. But when it comes to the 7th imperative, it seems as though you're on your own. The 7th imperative is frightening and thus easy to overlook or ignore. The 7th imperative is to have the guts and the heart and the passion to ship. The difference of go. The simple thing that separates successful individuals from those who languish is the very thing that separates exciting and growing organizations from those that stagnate and die. The winners have turned initiative into a passion and a practice. Go ahead, make a list. Make a list of the people and organizations you admire. My guess is the 7th imperative is what sets them apart. The challenge, it turns out, isn't in perfecting your ability to know when to start or when to stand by. The challenge is getting into the habit of starting in the first place. Craig Ventnor and Dr. Frankenstein. The man who sequenced the human genome has figured out how to use a computer to completely design the genetic code of an organism. He and his team can mess with the genes almost as easily as you can edit an essay in Word. And yet, once the strand of code is generated and turned into organic matter in a petri dish, it just lies there. It's not alive. The motive force, the spark that brings it to life, is missing. Ventnor still needs to insert some organic tissue, something living, something alive, to transform the project into more than an inert mass of genes and goo. Surprisingly, that's precisely your opportunity. Not to buy a petri dish and a bunch of organic materials. No, the opportunity is bigger than that. It's to see that all around you are platforms, opportunities, and entire organizations that will come to life once you are driven enough and brave enough to contribute the initiative they are missing. The buzzer box. When my cousin was born, my uncle, who has a PhD from MIT, built a buzzer box. It was a heavy metal contraption with a thick black cord that plugged into the wall. It looked like something from a nuclear power plant, not a kid's toy, but that didn't dissuade him from tossing it into the crib. The box had 2 switches, some lights, and a few other controls on it. Flip one switch and a light goes on.